Don, why don't you start us off?
How excited were you to see Tap hit the game winner, the walk-off? Not just because you won, but because Tap's, he's kind of the Energizers of money for this team. To see him get a walk-off, I'm sure that was gratifying.
Well, that was. I mean, that was. The previous two pitches he swung through Neris's split finger twice out front, and that one he just stayed back just enough and barreled it up. And then I think off the bat he knew it was gone. Had a little flare there, not really breaking out of the batter's box. But, the dreadlocks were flowing, and guys were waiting for him at home plate. It was a good one. Those are always great. Those are fun.
For me, buddy, you guys were 0-9, I believe, in 1 or 2 run ball games. You've consistently said, I think your phrase was, the worm is going to turn on some of those games. To win a close ball game like this, and your third straight, can that produce some momentum for this team?
I think so, Patrick. I think that the guys are in a good spot. Overall, we've played good baseball. We haven't hit like we think we're going to hit. We've pitched pretty well out of the rotation. Our bullpen's been a little bit variable. We get the bullpen straightened out. We start hitting a little bit more. I think we'll generate some more W's. But the guys are competing. They know we're in games. They've been a little frustrated at times with their own individual at bats. The pitching staff's been a little bit frustrated with some of their individual performances, but I think the last couple of games we've played well as a team. Guys have done what they're supposed to do, and it's resulted in victories. So that's the formula. We have 26 guys, and a number of guys are going to play on a given night, and they got to do their job. And if they do that, we're going to win some games.
Thomas Hardy?
Yes, buddy. I asked you about the bullpen before the game, and really on this homestand, with the exception of a few pitches here and there, a little bit better from them. How about the performance tonight to get you through it after the home run that Armani gave?
Well, yeah, Yancey had a little bit of a rough one, but the 3 guys after that pitched well. Bowden cleaned up Yancey. Carlos got through the 8th, and Gibbons got through the 9th. 2 zeros there in the 8th and 9th gave us a chance to come back. But we need our bullpen. Every team that is successful, every team that wins has a good pitching staff. They have good starters and they have a good bullpen. I think we have the arms. I think we have the talent. And there's a few things we got to work through with our bullpen, but I think it can be accomplished.
4th inning, Trevor gets that home run. There are a number of balls that should have gone out. We've talked about it all year. What kind of sigh of relief was that for you, for him, for the ballpark?
Well, I think, it was big for him. I think it was big for us because we're pulling for Trev, each and every at-bat, regardless of the situation. And, Trev's hit for power. And when guys who have power, who have hit homers in the past, haven't homered yet after, close to 60, 70 at bats, it becomes a little frustrating for the player. So Trev exhaled, I'm sure, after that one. There's more to come. And I think usually with Trev, when he hits one, I think the next one's coming pretty soon, and the one's coming after that one as well. So hopefully he can get going here with some long balls and contribute to more run production.
Yes, he's played good defense for you guys. The offensive numbers look pretty good considering the number of balls that could have gone out. Has he been as even-keeled as he seems to us, or are there times where you can see him and say?
He's been good. He's been good. He's been, obviously there's a number of balls that he's hit to the, the middle part of the field that have been caught. There's some balls in right center that have been caught. Guys want hits. They don't care how they get them. They want hits, especially when they hit it hard. But Trevor has maintained good perspective. He hasn't really it hasn't affected him whatsoever. I think in his next at bat hasn't affected him on defense. So he's handling it in a professional manner. I think he's gotten he's got up to 290 today, maybe closer to 300. So he's going to be fine. But it was good to see him get his first one.
Thanks, buddy.
Kevin Henry.
But I just want to ask you about Herman, especially finishing it off there in the 6th inning with that strikeout after he had a couple of guys on.
I thought Herman had a good breaking ball today. Kevin, maybe the best he's had all year. Pretty consistent break. Both left and right-handed hitters had a tough time picking it up. He wobbled a little bit a couple different times, but he weaved his way out of it. And that's what Herman has learned to do over the last couple of years now that he's accumulated a little bit of service time here. He's poised. He knows that he's just a couple pitches away from getting out of an inning, but he has to be able to clean up some of those innings like he did tonight. I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to talk to him. He'll probably comment that there's too many walks so far this year. And there's been some bad walks, right? I think today he walked the 8th place hitter, then he walked the pitcher. That shouldn't happen with Herman, with his talent.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll go to Patrick and then finish up with Ed Henderson. Larry, go ahead.
Yes, buddy. Tonight, I think first 3-game winning streak for the Rockies here for the season. And it was the big home run with Garrett Hampson. Just talk about him, and that was a clutch home run as well.
That was a big homer. That's probably as big as Taps against a really good pitcher in Coonrod, who has really good stuff. It was off to a great start for the Phillies in their bullpen, but that's a big arm. But it was a 2-0 count. Happy, this guy, is going to pump a fastball in there, and it's hard at times to catch up with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and at times this guy's up to 100 miles an hour. But Happy shortened the swing just a little bit to get to the velocity, to square it up, and hit it out of the park. But that was a big one. They were, 4 or 5 outs away from, victory there. But that type of things happen when you get behind the count, hitter shortens the stroke just a little bit and let the pitcher supply the power, and it went out of the park. That was a huge home run.
Well, your big hitters in the middle of your lineup. I mean, Trevor getting his first homer tonight. Crone seems to be starting to come along. And what are you seeing with Charlie? Is he, making some progress? Can you see despite, his average so far?
Yeah, Chuck's, a little bit down on the average. The on base is okay. I think the on base is over 300. He's getting some walks. Charlie's just, right now just a little bit off. A little bit off on his timing. He's a little bit behind the fastball, a little bit ahead of the secondary pitches. So it's, he's in between, what we call in between, behind the heater, ahead of the off speed. So for Charlie, just, getting his timing synced up, and he'll be fine.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Ed Henderson.
Buddy, a fun game to watch tonight. And as Larry was just talking about, the middle of the order doing well. I think he had 3 guys tonight with multiple hits. Nice to see Sam Hilliard get a key hit there. And it was just encouraging, I think, for you, and I imagine for the other coaches and players, to just see the offense starting to spread it out a little bit, more guys jumping into the fray.
A little bit. That's what we need. It's going to take contributions from everybody, but that was a big at bat by Sam to get that rally started, to get us a little closer. Tap got the base hit up the middle. Sam went first to third. Mac got the base hit up the middle. Tap went first to third. Then Coonrod came back and punched out Trev with 1 out, and then popped Charlie up. But that got us closer. But it started by Sam with a good swing. That was a bullet. Hit it so hard, and Harper played it off the wall well to hold Sam to a single. But that was critical too. We pecked away all night. We were down 2-0. We tied it up with the 2 solos. They went ahead 4-2. We came back. I mean, it's a good win. It really was. I thought we played good defense too.
Buddy, talk a little bit about Ben Bowden, if you would. I know that early in the season he hit a few bumps, but he really looks like he's settling into a good rhythm right now.
Well, Ben had, that was nice to see him get Harper. Get Harper with the strikeout. Real Muto squibbed him off the end of the bat for the infield hit. Then he got Gregorius, but it's been a little bit up and down for Ben. Ben has spent 20 plus days in the major leagues. He's young. He's learning. He's getting acclimated. The same with Jordan Sheffield. These guys were rookies. Each and every day they're learning. Today, hopefully, with this outing, Ben can realize that he can throw some fastballs at the top of the zone and get a hitter like Harper to swing through it. This is a progression for all these young guys, right? Our young catcher, Dom, getting acclimated. We have a lot of guys with lesser service time who are learning on the job. It's great to see. It's fun to watch these guys play, get experience, do what they need to do to help us win.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Okay, guys, thanks.
Thank you, buddy.